Rectangle command in AutoCAD. Let's see how to use the rectangle command in AutoCAD. If you want to get the rectangle command, what you need to do is you need to go to the draw tab. Under the draw tab, you find where it says rectangle. So you click on rectangle. After clicking on rectangle, it is asking us to specify the first corner point of the rectangle. Let's say, for example, you want to draw the rectangle starting from this origin. What you want to do is you want to type 0, 0 on your keyboard, because 0 stands for 0 in the x coordinate and 0 in the y coordinate. So you are going to type 0, then comma 0, enter. So as you can see, the rectangle is going to start from the origin. So if you want to finish the rectangle, you need to click anywhere on the user interface. This is going to finish up the rectangle. So as you can see, this is the rectangle starting from the origin. Now this rectangle was drawn without any dimension. If you want to draw the rectangle with dimension, so you go back to the rectangle command, click on the rectangle command. After clicking on the rectangle command, so let's say you want to draw the rectangle anywhere on the workspace, click the first point. After clicking the first point, now it is asking us to specify the length of the rectangle. The first highlighted option is the length, so you have to specify the length of the rectangle. So let's say the length of this rectangle is 9 inches, for example. So you type 9. After typing 9, in order for you to input the breadth, you first need to type comma on your keyboard. So type comma on your keyboard. After typing comma on your keyboard, then you type the width of the rectangle. So let's say the width of the rectangle is 6 inches. After typing 6, enter. As you can see, this is how the rectangle will look like. You can use the dimension tool to measure the size of the rectangle. So go to the annotation tab. Under the annotation tab, click over here and click linear. So you have to specify the first point, specify the second point. As you can see, this is too small, we can't see this. If you want to increase the size of the dimension, click on it, right click, then go to properties. So you need to find the text option. So under the text option, you find the text height. This is where you have to increase the text height. So let's say the text height is 0.7, enter. So as you can see, this is the size of the rectangle, which is the length of the rectangle. Now you can also take a look at the breadth of the rectangle. So click on first point and also click on the second point. This is also too small. You can use the match property command since we already have the length. So you can use the match property command by clicking on the length, then click on this. So now we can see this properly. So this is how to draw the rectangle. So let's see other other things we can do with the rectangle command. So click on rectangle. Now if you click on rectangle, specify the first point, specify first point. Now as you can see, after specifying the first point, take a look over here. You see it is asking us to specify the other corner point, or now we have 3 options. We have area, dimensions, and rotation. So if you want the area of the rectangle, so you click on this area. Now after clicking on the area, it is asking us to enter the area of the rectangle. So what is the area of the rectangle? Let's say this is 20 inch square. So let's say this is 20 inch square. You type 20, enter. Now it is going to ask us to calculate the rectangle dimension based on, is it based on the length or based on the width? If we calculate the rectangle dimension based on the length, then we have to input the length of the rectangle and it is automatically going to calculate the width of the rectangle. If you put the width, it is going to automatically calculate the length of the rectangle. So let's take a look at the length. So now it is asking us to enter the rectangle length. Since we said the area of the rectangle is 20 inch square, let's say the length of the rectangle is 10 inch, for example. If the length of the rectangle is 10 inch, then the width of the rectangle is going to be 2 inch, because 10 multiplied 2 is going to give us 20 inch square. So after typing 10, enter. Now as you can see, this is the rectangle. This length is 10 inch, while this width is 2 inch. If you want to be sure, you can just use the dimension tool. Okay, then you go to the annotation tab, click on dimension, click on linear. So you click on the first point, you click the first point, click the second point. So this is the dimension. If you want to reactivate the previous command, which is dimension, all you need to do, you just need to click enter on your keyboard. So as you can see, this is going to give us the dimension command. So click on this point, then click on the next point. So this is the dimension. Now you need to increase the size of this dimension. So use match property, click this, this, okay, then also this. So as you can see, the length of this rectangle is 10 inches, while the width of this rectangle is 2 inches. Now the shortcut for rectangle, if you don't want to directly go to the draw command, you can use the shortcut. The shortcut for rectangle is arrow EC. So if you type arrow EC on your keyboard, it is going to activate the rectangle command. Then click on enter. Okay, so you click on enter. Now specify the first point. So after specifying the first point, now let's take a look at dimension. If you click on dimension, this is going to ask you to specify the length of the rectangle. So let's say the length of the rectangle is 15 inches. So you type 15 inches, enter. Now it is asking us to specify the width of the rectangle. So let's say the width of the rectangle is 10 inches. After typing 10 inches, enter. You can place the rectangle anywhere on the workspace. So let's say we place the rectangle here. So as you can see, this is the rectangle of length 15 inch and width 10 inches. So you can use the shortcut command arrow EC rectangle, then specify the first point. Now we have a rotation. So if you click on rotation, this is going to allow you to rotate your rectangle to any degree. So let's say we want to rotate the rectangle 45 degree. So you just type 45, which is the angle, enter. So this is our angle will look like. This is the rotation of the angle. So if you type anywhere, if you click anywhere on the screen, this is going to activate the rectangle command.